Hi, everyone. I decided to do it um, today inside. I normally love to get outside and walk and go on the swing set and go to the water, but today, actually, it's been raining probably since 2 o'clock today, but this morning we had a birthday party for my grandson, and he will be one this next week. So, my daughter in law had a big party for him, and I had that this morning, so I couldn't really go off and walk and go do this morning, but it ended up being such a wonderful party. The weather was beautiful. It really didn't rain until the very end, and she jokingly came over and said, "Look, I manifested, and it didn't rain until like almost the party ended." And it was just such a beautiful day. A little windy. The balloons wanted to blow up around everywhere, but it was such a beautiful day. So, with that being said, I wanted to just talk about like things and having beauty in your life and just like the beautiful things that a lot of people don't really notice and see. And that's what I really was like looking during the whole party. I was truly being present, listening to different ones talking. Um, just finding the beauty in everything. And the place that it was at, it was very beautiful there. And the way that she had everything set up was really cute and just such for like a 1 year old. But the beauty that I feel like sometimes that we forget and we always like will go above and beyond is like friendships and family and being a part of like people that care about you and truly love you and that will show up. And I know like in my family, it's a little different. I have one of my brothers that don't really talk to me that much, and I have one of my sons that don't talk to me. And this was at a party that like we all were there, and it was my ex-in-laws and stuff like that. And I did talk to my ex-mother-in-law, but I didn't really talk to anyone else, and that was okay too because like I felt like I was still present, I was still there, still enjoying it. And you still have to move on because no matter if you're exes, no matter if you were family members before and then you're not, you still have to be like cordial, and you still have to like, even if you don't talk to them, it doesn't really matter. They're still in the room. You know what I mean? Like you can still go on with your life and not let it bother you. And that's the things that used to like really bother me. If like, I didn't talk to someone or someone like was bothered by me or like, didn't like me, I would let that bother me. But anymore, I don't let that kind of stuff bother me at all. I just truly just feel like whoever is going to like me is going to like me. Whoever doesn't like me isn't going to like me. And I'm always very honest, which not a lot of people are like me. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like, whatever I say about you, I will say it to your face. And that's how I always have been. I've always been that way. I don't talk shit about people because I feel like when you talk shit about people, then I feel like it comes back to like be karma like for you. But if you're talking about somebody and you're saying something that whatever you say about them, you should say it to their face. So that's really not talking shit on people because you would say it to their face. Um, but that's just me. I've always been like that, and I had an incident just recently too that I always joke and always say like I'm on my high flying disc, and then you run into somebody that gets you like that are negative or always want to like talk negative stuff, and then I go, well, I just went off my high flying disc again. Now I'm on my low flying disc. And I used to really let that bother me, and I used to let it get underneath my skin. But just recently, I had an episode with that too, and I spoke up. And I normally would have never spoke up, but I see things so differently now with me being the way that I am. And maybe it's more my spiritual side. I truly see in people's souls, which totally is kind of crazy when you think about it, because I see beyond their like surface stuff, and like sometimes they might say really nice things and you think they're such nice people, but they're really not so nice because they're narcissistic people and they're truly not that way. And you can almost feel their energy and you can know that. And I've gotten much better with that. But like for me, I just feel like, and maybe this is just me because I'm so honest and I'm a truth seeker, like I feel like no matter what you need to like say it, no matter what you say, you have to go through with it. No matter what you do, you need to step up onto the plate and take care of it. And that's been such a, how do you want to say it, like it's good but it's bad for me, being so honest, because back in the day, and not a lot of people know that I ended up like committing suicide when I was with my ex, but I had to go to what do you call those, like a rehab place or whatever, you know what I mean, like um, and for me it was just like truly being around people that I never experienced. I never knew, like, I never knew that I would be around that and never planned on that. But I was, and I dealt with it the best that I could. And with having that happen, it was traumatizing for me to a degree, but it was a learning experience being with those type of people, and I helped out as much as I could. I felt even as a spiritual person, I helped out even there, and I did the best that I could. But coming out, I wanted to tell my pain management what I did and how I committed suicide. And I'll never forget, she's like, well, you can't get your pain meds anymore. And I said, what do you mean I can't get my pain meds anymore? She goes, no, you just told me that you overdosed. So we can't prescribe you any more pain meds. And she goes, you didn't have to tell me that. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I always feel like I have to tell the truth, like, no matter what, on certain things. And it's just, it's just in me. I don't know how to explain it. It's just how I am and how I feel like I have to be. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not a good thing. I feel like, because like, yeah, I told my pain management, but yeah, now I can't get pain meds. And, you know, there's just some things that, like you say, like even telling the truth about like certain things in jobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You might lose your job even if you're telling the truth and you're being honest, because they don't want the truth. And there's a lot of places that don't want the truth and they don't want to hear the truth. And I don't know. I just feel like that's so important, of always being so honest and so truthful, and so like you have nothing to hide, because nobody has anything over you, because you're always telling the truth, you're always being honest with everything. And not a lot of people like honesty. I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot of people like you to be honest. And that's why I've been so much more quieter about things. I don't really say things like I used to. I don't speak up because I feel like everybody's on their journey, everybody's on their lessons, everybody has their own path, and I have to be okay with that. Unless they ask for my opinion or they want my help or they want me to help them or they want to work with me, that's it. I mean, I don't bother people. I don't ever say anything anymore. I just try to keep to myself, and that's all I've been doing lately. But anyways, I don't know. I hope this resonated with someone, and I hope you guys are all truth seekers. I hope you are always about being honest, and even if you talk about people, make sure it's something that you would say to their face, because that's truly what you need to be, is a person that will be honest and truthful and everything. But anyways, if you haven't came across me, I'm Charlene Carver. I'm an earth angel, truly wanting everyone to find happiness and joy and to love their self, because that's so important, loving yourself and choosing yourself. So Anyways, thank you all for listening to me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.